Good morning again, VC. This video being made right after my Easy Street video, so my voice has cleared up a little bit. Anyway, this is going to be a very quick show and tell because I've got a lot of stuff to show, and I'm not going to talk too much about these unless I have something important to say, because this is all the stuff that I got from Easy Street in the past 2 weeks while they were having their sale. They're closing out of their store sales, so I just wanted to just get right to it and show you guys some stuff. Here's the Yola Tango that I got last night at the in-store performance, and I showed this in the last video, so I won't go into too much, but this is the deluxe version with the 45. Had a numbered sticker on the front, so that was kind of interesting, but very cool album. Haven't listened to it yet, but I plan to. They did play one song from it last night, which was really great. One of the reasons why I bought it, is I really like that song. So, new Yola Tango fan here, and looking forward to picking up more and more and more. I went back and forth between the used and new, mostly used, but there are some new things in here as well. These are all out of order, and I'm going to save the 45s for last. I don't think I have anything. Actually, I'm going to do real quick. This was the one CD I think I bought, which during the sale. Jan Garbarek, In Praise of Dreams. Haven't heard it yet, but it's an ECM. Sound interesting. Has Monocache on it. So I thought, this just has to be good, and I'm sure it is. So looking forward to giving that a listen. In fact, I think I've got that in. I'm not going to worry about music being played right now, but so here we go. McCoy Tyner, Echoes of a Friend on Milestone Records. I think someone has shown that in the VC, but I'm not sure. But, Kate Bush, The Dreaming, nice, beautiful U.S. copy of it. Nothing too special about that, but I wanted to pick up yet, another copy of it at the price that they were going for, with the percentage off they had for used CDs or used vinyl. Can't hurt to have another copy. Can use it in many ways. This is kind of a strange pickup. It's called Sitar Beat Volume 1, Indian Style Heavy Funk. So it's just got the sticker on a white label, on a white cardboard sleeve. Nothing interesting about the inner sleeve, and then there's just the label, which basically looks a lot like the cover, or the sticker on the cover. So interesting stuff based around sitar. I sampled it there at the store. Really thought it was interesting for the price. I thought I'd go ahead and give it a chance. I picked up on a bunch of Sunbeam recordings, Sunbeam reissues that I've been looking at there for a while, and decided now's the time to jump on them. And one I showed already, which was the Mike, I believe is the first name, even though it's M-E-I-C. If I'm mispronouncing it because he's Welsh, I apologize. But his last name is Stevens. And sort of folk, psych folk music. I probably have it in here, and I'll just be getting back to it. But I posted that on YouTube, not YouTube, but Facebook, YouTube group. And so I'll probably be coming up. But this one is a band called Chillum. And I heard some of this album on some uploads on YouTube. And some of it was really good, some of it was really strange. But I went ahead and picked it up anyway, just because it's harder and harder to find these Sunbeam reissues. So, and they're making it harder to find because they're not doing the sticker here anymore. They're just have it pressed down here in the back. So you're thumbing through the records, you're not going to spot the Sunbeam reissue as easily as you used to be able to, because there's no sticker here. Anyway, so that should be interesting to get into. I've been finding a lot of 12-inch singles lately. Here's another one. I think I may have this one already, but this is the Cure Close to Me remix, and Close to Me Closer mix, and Just Like Heaven Dizzy mix, primary red mix. So lots of mixes going on here. Always up for a Cure 12-inch single. Excuse me, nose itched. I have the Yardbirds Roger the Engineer mono, but this is an Edsel Records stereo re-release, the yellow, and I don't believe I had that one. May have had it at one point, but I have it again. So there's that. Let's see. How am I doing this? I don't want this to be all messed up. Okay. Picked up a nice German pressing of an early ECM album, Keith Jarrett, Facing You. This is ECM 1017. I believe this is a German pressing of it. Yes, it's a German pressing of it. So again, price is right, and it had a percentage off on sale. So put that together, and it's worth picking up another copy of it. Here's an example of Sunbeam reissue without the Sunbeam sticker. And I passed by this, and it wasn't until I found these. I went onto the Sunbeam site, and I saw this is one of the reissues. And yeah, way down here in the bottom, there's the Sunbeam logo. So Fresh Maggots, which is a really interesting and inviting name for a band. Yeah. So, but the music's great. I sampled a lot of it online, and looking forward to jumping on this, putting this on the turntable and listening to it. It's also numbered. This is the first Sunbeam reissue I've seen that's numbered, number 625 out of 1,000. So, anyway, so looking forward to listening to that. This is probably one of my favorite pickups. Was this, the David Bowie. I think I showed this on Facebook as well. This is the 6 album box set on transparent vinyl. The box is a little banged up here and there in the corners. The plastic here is a little scuffed up, not too bad, but the vinyl itself, I pulled it out, it looked like it hadn't been moved. There were a couple little anomalies on the inner sleeves, the transparent inner sleeves that was holding the vinyl. There was some dark smudge, and then that dark smudge had transferred to the vinyl, just a small, minute amount. But I played it through on their turntable there, and I didn't hear anything, so it's probably just fine. That was only on one side of one LP and one side of another LP, so anyway, glad to have it. It's one I've been looking for, and so take these out of here. Again, going to try to do these things bang, 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 bang as fast as I can. This is an interesting one as well. This is another one of those BB Presents. And this is Can, live performance from Lyon in January 17th, 1976. It's a double LP. Ermin Schmidt, Jackie Liebetzeit, I can never pronounce this guy's name. I've got a solo album by him in the stack over here. Holger Kuzaki or Kuzke. I can someone please correct me. Make it like a 2-second clip that pronounces his name for me, because I can never pronounce Holger's last name, or maybe even his first name. Michael Caroli and Thega Raja Ratnam doing vocals. So that person I've never heard of either, and I probably just butchered their name as well. So anyway, 2 transparent vinyl LPs, and so I saw listed. There's a list somewhere online with all of these BB Presents and what's in print, what isn't, what they have printed up, and under Can they didn't mention this one. They mentioned the live versions for all the regular, the live version of Tago Mago and the live version of Soon Over Babaluma might have been one of them, and I don't know. And I think there's like 4 of the albums that were done live, and those are all listed, but this double right here wasn't listed, so that was I've been looking at that one, been planning on getting it. This is another Yellow Tango I picked up last night, just a 12-inch with 3 tracks on it. So it's kind of neat to have. It's got embossed lettering here where Yellow Tango is the name. So picked that up as well last night. These are some of the things. I picked up these 3 albums last night. These were $1 each. These are outside the once I left and I was talking to Kurt, he was manning the dollar bins of the boxes of records and the bins of CDs, and so I grabbed these OMD Dazzle Ships, It's a nice double comp called the Big Ball. But open it up, and Dexter, don't jump up here. You're going to mess things up. Don't jump up here. Don't do it. Dexter, Dexter. So much, no! Dexter, come on. You're killing me here. Dexter, come on. Come on, there you go. Do you have to knock things over? Because now everything's messed up. Oh, you're just in for it, pal. Well, I'm just going to pretend this is... Oh, this isn't going to work. I'm just going to pretend this is working right. Although I don't think it is. We'll see. Hi. Can you see me? Yeah. Anyway. This will be fun to look... I'll do it anyway. If it doesn't work out, it'll be like a practice thing. But so anyway, the Big Ball introduction. It's basically a comp. And it's got a little bit of everybody. Beach Boys, Olo Guthrie, John Sebastian... Norman Greenbaum, Eric Anderson, Captain Beefheart, Ed Sanders, Dion James Taylor, GTOs, Wildman Fisher. I was really interested when they had Pearls Before Swine, which is a band I'd never heard of until a friend of mine, who's a few years older than I am, bought. He said, I couldn't believe this is on CD, and he found the CD of Pearls Before Swine. It was kind of an interesting CD copy of this kind of a semi-obscure band from the 60s. And so anyway, it had a couple of tracks from Mothers of Invention, Grateful Dead. So this is kind of cool. The vinyl's in great shape. The cover's a little, wacky, but for a buck, hey. This is a $1 Pretenders Precious EP, or extended play EP. It has one of my favorite songs, Cuban Slide, on here, which for a long time, even after CD started, here he comes again. It's like Godzilla. Come on. Anyway, so I picked that up. I'm going to pick this up. Present your better side to the folks. Say hi. Say hello. Hello. You're probably going to do this 7 or 8 more times, aren't you? Yes, because. This I showed the other day. This is the... Brian Eno and that BB presents Brian Eno BBC, which sounds great and really cool performances. So hard to find any Eno at a decent price that's affordable. So I saw that. I figured, I'm going to grab that. This is just getting some stuff. This is sort of more recent to farther back, but this is the more recent stuff I picked up at Easy Street. I got this just yesterday. Badfinger Airwaves, one of their later albums. Actually, I think there's only 2 people left from the original band when that album was made. A nice Impulse release of Milt Jackson Quintet featuring Ray Brown. That is the way it is. Robin Trower. I had this when I was a kid. Somebody gave this to me as a Christmas present, and I didn't really appreciate it back then. I've since bought the CD and like it, and this was just in great shape and very affordable. So. This was $1, $2, but with the percentage off, it was close to like $1. Here he comes again. I've got a copy of this already, and I've got 2. Okay, this is what it's gonna be. Yeah, this is his little thing. You like to repeat patterns, don't you? You just run up, hang out here with the 45s. This is your propped on top of the 45 boxes here. That's what you fell on top of. So you done destroying things? We'll see again, I'm sure. There you go. This is an interesting double, almost like a box set of Pet Shop Boys, actually. You sort of... cat food. Dexter's got to learn to clean after he's eaten. This is actually kind of almost like a box set, and it's 2... the album and then a 12-inch single. So this is a U.S. pressing of it. Never heard of this before, so never seen this, never heard of it. It's a little, this cover, the edge and all that is a little ratty, but it's not bad. Again, for the price, the vinyl is in great shape. It was very cool to have it. Very happy to have it. Genesis Spot the Pigeon, Canadian pressing. It's not the blue vinyl. It's the Atlantic vinyl of it, but it's just in great shape. So I decided, let me grab that. This also seems to have a textured, feels like a textured cover, but I don't think there's anything really special about it. Laurie Anderson, Home of the Brave film soundtrack. Some more 12-inch singles, People Are People by Depeche Mode. So I may already have this one, I'm not sure, but again, for the price and the quality of the vinyl, and you know, it's hard to pass by. This is something I've been looking for and thinking about picking up online, but you know, this one presented itself, and that's the Pink Parker, Graham Parker and the Rumor 12-inch single. Side 1 has Hold Me Back, or Hold Back the Night, and Let Me Get Sweeter on You. Side 2 has White Honey Live and Soul Shoes Live, and as you can see, it's on the nice big Vertigo label there, but I'm not sure, I don't know. Vertigo, this I'll pull out because it just looks so nice. Vertigo on one side, the small Vertigo label on one side, small Vertigo label on the other side. I was hoping that maybe the big Vertigo label would be on the other side, but it isn't. Still, it's really nice. Interesting shade of pink there. Almost iridescent pink. So, that was nice. It's nice when something pops up that you've been looking for, kind of in the back of your mind. You go, oh yeah. And it's affordable. So, I was happy to grab that. Punching myself in the face, pushing my glasses back. A couple of Procol Harum albums. These are clearly reissues. A Salty Dog, A&M Records. Great album. And Grand Hotel, the original of this, I have an original of this that's a gatefold and has a kind of a program in it. So this is very much a scaled down, just has the plastic inner sleeve and on the later Chrysalis label. But again, for the price and the quality of both the cover and the vinyl and the music, it was worth to pick it up to have another couple copies of it. I saw this one recently. Well, let's do this first. This is something I'm getting a double of as well, and that is the 10-inch XTC ball and chain. It's Canadian issue only, and really nothing special about it. It's just, you know, a nice Virgin XTC. Whoa, never noticed that before. I'll have to check my other copy, but I just pulled this out and looked through it, and this is transparent vinyl. It's, I don't know if you can see, it's like a forest green vinyl. I don't think the other one that I have is forest green vinyl. I think it's just black vinyl. That is cool. I did not know. It probably doesn't show looking at it. You have nothing light back here to really gauge it on, but yeah, it's like it's a transparent forest green vinyl. How cool is that? So I don't have two copies of this. I have a copy of the black vinyl one, unless I got to check it again and make sure that it's black vinyl, and maybe it isn't. Anyway, getting on to other things. I picked this up because Derek showed on his, when he was going through his Roots postings on Facebook, he posted the B-side of this, which is Iron Butterfly's Metamorphosis, I believe, album. Just want to make sure. It's interesting that this is the backside and this is the front. I wonder if they decided, should this be the front side of the album or should this be the front side of the album? Both of them are pretty cool. This one's a little more intriguing. This one's a little more what I think of when I think of Iron Butterfly, but never heard this album before. It's in great shape. Both cover and, well, the cover's a little bit worn, but I love this cover. It's very cool. So, having seen that mentioned and then finding it here, I decided to pick this up and give it a listen. And here comes the Destroyer of Worlds again. Yes! Come on, at least you're not knocking the camera over. Of course, I don't know what the camera's aiming at anymore. I'd love you to hang around, but you're just going to get in the way and cause problems. This is Dexter, by the way, in case some of you are otherwise unaware of him. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. Now, this is, I don't know. He's Welsh. His first name is M-E-I-C. There were a couple other albums there that I wanted to pick up, one being a 2-disc Sunbeam reissue of like mid-60s tracks that he did. I would love to have gotten that, but I was looking at it, and by the time I got around to wanting to pick it up, it was gone. So, but I got a lot of stuff, and including plenty of Sunbeam reissues, but I was showing this. This is definitely folk, psych folk music. It's called Guaimon, which I believe is, and I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that correctly, but I believe that's Welsh for seaweed, which would explain why there's sort of this interesting drawing of seaweed here. Dexter, what are you doing? Come on, let's go. You're turning this into an epic. I don't need an epic right now. Something pretty straightforward. Pat Metheny Group, off-ramp, in great shape, great price. So that, didn't have it. Nice CTI pressing of Airtoe Free, which, very cool cover. Enjoy that. I know that there's a lot of glare here, so I really need to be mindful of showing things. But, you know, great cover, great inner cover. And I believe Tony, Mr. Fartboy, was showing or talking about Airtoe. And so I put those two things together. I thought, oh yeah, I should definitely grab that. This is, the vinyl on this is amazing. It's just probably needs to be given a quick clean. Otherwise, it's just in perfect shape. The downside is the cover has some water damage, which is disappointing, but it's really hard to tell. I'm just going to ignore it for now, but this is very cool to have this Marianne Faithfull, an original water stain cover and all. Go Away From Our World is the name of the album. But yeah, it's just got some great stuff on it. So, there he is again. You just want to stay up there. You'll eventually jump. So anyway, this was just a really terrific find. I think it's got it for a couple of bucks. I was very happy with it. You want to stay right up there? You be good and just stay right there? Huh? Will you? Here's another thing. It's hard enough to find an original Can album, let alone afford it. So I was very happy when I found Der Osten ist Rot by Holger Suke. Trying again, but anyway. I don't know what he's going to do. Anyway, looking forward to listening to this. Again, picked it up. It was priced to sell, and so I bought it. Birdland, Charlie Bird, guitarist. Shrink's still on. It's in great shape. Look forward to listening to that. Okay, next. Let's help you get down here. There you go. This is one I've been looking for. They had a copy of this up at Silver Platters for a while, and I just kept, you know, putting it off, and then finally it sold. Surprise. But Terry Riley, A Rainbow in Curved Air, and the cover is a little worn, but the vinyl is in great shape. And it's on CBS Masterworks. I was wondering, is everybody else's on this label? CBS Masterworks. Curious to know. Price sticker from a previous purchase, not from the purchase I made up at Easy Street. I tried to start peeling that off, and it's, because it's been on for a while, it's giving me a little resistance. So I might just leave it there, or I might try some magic and some tricks that I have up my sleeve. And another Peter Gabriel 12-inch single, Red Rain, which I believe I have, but in not this great a shape. The odd thing is that it was a misprint. Instead of the information, spine information being right on the spine, it's actually along the front, which is kind of interesting, but also kind of wrong. So, what of that? I might have an import of that, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I've got this already, but again, this was a buck. So, Simple Minds, Sister Feelings Call, vinyl's in great shape. The little bit of glue and everything will be fine. So, I'll fix that up. Good as new. Another Peter Gabriel 12-inch. Don't give up. Little wear on the cover, but again, you know, price was right. A buck. Plus 40% off. So 60 cents. It's not often I get to say those. Paul McCartney 12-inch. I've already got this, but again, it was $1 or $2 actually. So pick that up. Yeah, they had up on Easy Street, they had started putting out a lot of their understock that they just never had time to get to of albums. And the poor guys, they had both record pricing guys, buyers. And then one of the guys' name is Derek, and I apologize to the other to the other buyer whose name I cannot remember. But I've gotten to know both of them relatively well, asking them a lot of questions, and sticking my nose in while they're pricing things. What do you got? What do you got? And they're both very cool about letting me take a look at things, and so that was always really nice. I'll miss that about going to going up to the store, and kind of annoying those guys while they're trying to do their job. What do you got? What do you post? Can I take a look at that? And they always said, yeah, go ahead, sure, take a look. But anyway, so they were literally going nonstop the last couple of days, pricing things up one box after another. They pull up and they go through, and they're both looking things up online, and pricing things is just crazy. So more 12-inch singles. Daniel Sylvian. A Little Girl's Dreams of the Taking the Veil, which not too familiar with this song or this 12-inch, but I am familiar with David Sylvian, so I was glad to pick this up again. This was $4 and then 40% off. So I've got a large 12-inch single collection. I just need to gather them all up. Made in England. Oh, that's another David Sylvian 12-inch, and it is so hard to read with this. I've seen this a million times, and it is so hard to read. Silver Moon, Gone to Earth, Silver Moon, Oversleeping. I can't read that last word. It's mixed in with all the textured backgrounds. But anyway, I just couldn't remember what it was called, but I'd seen this 12-inch so many times. And another 12-inch, Modern English, Someone's Calling. Getting down to the last few bits. I've seen this. This is one of the reasons I picked this up, is because I had seen this posted. Paul Winter, Winter Consort, Icarus. Somebody posted this. I don't want to say who because I'm probably going to be wrong. Somebody had this in one of their videos, and for some reason it stuck in my mind that I need to find that because it's something I want. And as soon as I put it on, it sounded great. I heard sitar kind of playing in the background. And then I took a look as I was taking the vinyl out, taking the vinyl off of the platter to put back in. I saw in the credits, I saw R. Towner, and I was, oh, Ralph Towner plays in this. That's why I wanted this. That was the interesting thing about this on the Epic label. So very cool to find this. This is another, The Sound, Heads and Hearts. The 12-inch single coming this way, Cabaret Voltaire, Crackdown, and Just Fascination. Human Sexual Response, Pound, with Blow Up in Public Alley. Sorry, Dexter. And a couple of Zappa things. One is Studio Tan, which I hesitated. I passed on buying this once before the last time I saw it because I think somebody had it. It was another store had it marked at like $12 or something, and I thought, oh, I used to have this. And it's not your standard Frank Zappa album. It's more like a radio show, really. But with Gregory Peccary on it. That's right. Side one is Gregory Peccary. So anyway, it does have Redunzel on it, which is pretty cool. But anyway, I've got it now. It was price to sell, as they say. Let's see. This guy is going to be... I don't want to show this guy off because it's not for me. And then another Zappa, Mothers. Just another band from LA. So that adds... Slowly building my Zappa collection back up from what it used... Close to what it used to be. I'm not really close, but it's getting there. Slowly getting there. Okay, just a few 45s and then we're done. So I know this is going to end up being like a half an hour. Nice original on Atlantic of the Spinners doing Mighty Love. What I love about this is part one on one side, part two on the other side. Mighty Love is, I saw that, just Mighty Love, and I thought, wait a minute, that's, I would love to have that original on 45 because it's a song that Todd Rundgren did on his a cappella album, which I really, really love. So it's very cool to have that. This is a Stereolab single that I've been staring at for close to a year now, and I finally decided to pick it up with the sale and all. Hi Dexter, yay! Just couldn't resist one more little visit. Let's go. Here you go. So let's see. Devo, Beautiful World. Not in the, the most beautiful picture sleeve condition, but again, price to sell, as I say. Queen, Somebody to Love, backed with White Man. I don't see too many Queen singles, and I'm trying to rebuild my Queen catalog. And then one day I was there just as I was getting ready to go, and they were getting ready to close down the record table, the record booth there, where they've been pricing things as it was time for them to go home, around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and all of a sudden it was, we got a box of jazz singles. Do you want to take a look at them? I said, sure. Thinking I wouldn't really be able to afford too many of them. Again, he ended up pricing them to sell, so I picked out just a handful of gems that I wanted. I probably, thinking back now, I wish I'd picked up more, but you've got to stop someplace. I would love to have had the whole box, but because there's some very cool stuff, and most of these are jukebox. They're not just 45s; they are 6-track jukebox singles. Yeah, that's what I say. That's. I told you you'd be up here about 7 or 8 more times. You eat some more breakfast or lunch. At this point, it's lunch. Anyway, this first one is Dave Brubeck Quartet. Lover, back with Sometimes I'm Happy. Now, this one might have been just a 45 with a nice cardboard picture sleeve, because it just has the 2 songs. So very cool to have that. Dave Brubeck passing away recently, so that's very cool. This is a nice one. I'm going to take this out so you can see it better. But this is Duke Ellington and John Coltrane. Now, this has got some tape on the bottom of it. No information on the back. Again, that's because this is I'm fairly positive. This is a jukebox. Or it might be an EP. This is count. Go back and count. Because there's 2 songs on each side, so it's definitely an EP. But In a Sentimental Mood, Angelica, My Little Brown Book, and Stevie. So, Dexter, no. Bad boy. You're standing on the records. Let's go. There you go. So, again, this one may or may not have been... usually there's some information on the back. This may or may not have been a jukebox. A lot of them were jukebox records because they had the jukebox little sticker, little tag with them. So I need to, and a lot of these from this box came from Discovery Jazz Journey over in Chicago. So if anybody in the Chicago area knows anything about that, it's got a little card there from this place, and I don't know. Proprietor Ms. Lynette. Discovery is soul satisfying. I wonder if this place is still in business. I'll have to check and see if there's a history behind this, and how these records came from this jazz record store to right up the street in my neighborhood. So, don't know. Here's one that to me is definitely, and it's got that white backing. So I think that other one, this Duke Ellington, John Coltrane, was a jukebox. This Ella Fitzgerald and Ella and Basie, which is an album, and this is the album cover. And I think this one has, and you can see right on here, they pasted over right onto this the jukebox tag here, label. And it's unfortunate. I don't know if I can get it off or not. Oh, actually, this one I can. This one will come off. It's just attached by a little, But this one's got, when you pull it out, I think, it's got 3 tracks on each side. So this is like a mini LP. Even more than an EP. because it has 3 songs on each side, and definitely a jukebox album. So, and finally, last but not least, but this is probably the best of the bunch, Miles Davis at Carnegie Hall, jukebox, 45. This one, I think they actually stuck. Well, maybe not. Nope. I think I've got the same thing. Good. I was worried about that it actually had been pasted on. It's just got this little sticker that's holding it on, and I can kind of slowly peel that off. But this is Miles Davis at Carnegie Hall with Hank Mobley, Wynton Kelly, Paul Chambers, Jimmy Cobb, with Gil Evans and his 21-piece orchestra. I'm not big on orchestra pieces, but this has always been kind of interesting because there's this orange background and then this green brontosaurus holding a saxophone. No, holding on to Miles Davis is what he's holding on to. This is a great cover. There's an album with this cover on it. But anyway, it's the very cool rainbowy, purplish rainbowy Columbia label, and it's got yeah, you tell them. Again, this is like an EP. It looks like it's one long track, but when you read it, it's actually 3 songs on one side and 3 songs. I take it back. 1 song on one side and 3 songs on the other side. So, anyway, it says Stereo 7. Stereo LP 7. That's 33 and a third, but there's not 7 tracks on here. I don't know what the 7 means, but something to look into. Very cool label. Anyway, hey, good for you. That's my haul from Easy Street. I don't believe there's anything else. If there is, I'll throw it in somehow. But anyway, hopefully this hasn't gone on too long. And if you have any questions about anything, let me know, and I'll try to answer them. But I haven't even had a chance to really dig into these and give them a listen and clean them up and all that. I just wanted to get them on record as having been purchased in my collection now. So anyway. Take care, everybody, and I'll be seeing you later. I'll be watching your videos. I've got a lot to catch up on, too, so I got to be doing that. Anyway, take care. Bye. Let's zoom in on this. What's this? I couldn't believe when I saw this. This was incredible. Love it.